the next item. This is a Mr. Duran type thing he was dealing with, so I'll let him take over.
Okay, so what we're having is a motion to purchase a John Deere 410K backhoe. We have two pieces of equipment that were purchased by the previous board that we have not used since. The first time that the track excavator was used was last week when I broke some blacktop up in the top of the parking lot. Other than that, it has never been used. I have talked to the road crew in their future plans to use this. They do not plan on ever using the track excavator, nor do they ever plan to use the trailer at any time. In doing so and talking with them on that, and since we are having two pieces of equipment right now that is depreciating in value, it's best to get rid of that equipment and while it still has a good trade-in value, and purchase a piece of equipment that we could utilize on a daily basis if needed. Have visited with multiple equipment dealers, talked with Cleveland Brothers, Cat, John Deere, Case, went to three of the main larger, more well-known names for equipment. In doing so, we looked at a 710 backhoe that could do the same work of a wheel loader and a excavator, but it's just too immense. The machine is it's enormous. Even though it is a rubber tire machine, it has 20-foot of reach, which we do not have a machine that carries. It's just too big. The next step down is and the only other person that has a piece of equipment that even comes close to it is Cat, but the price tag on those two machines was outlandish. So what we're going with, and what I propose is, the next step down is a 410K. I talked with multiple different municipalities who own this equipment as well, and they said it's the best piece of machinery they have in their fleet, and they really liked it. It's made here in America. It has a John Deere engine, where a lot of the other engines that you'll see in the equipment are farmed out, have EOD engines in them. This is a John Deere Wesley engine, which makes rebuild quite easy if you ever have a problem. They agreed, Murphy Equipment agreed to give us a 60-month or 4,000 hour coverage. So I believe it's a very good coverage, and that is a total machine. So anything whatsoever goes wrong with this machine, it is covered for 60 months or 4,000 hours. Now mind you, our wheel loader that we bought in 1992 or 3, I believe, only has 3,000 hours. So we're not going to hit the iron mark. We'll hit the time mark that we'll hit the iron mark. I do have, this would be purchased through CoStar's contract, and I brought copies. Okay, that's all right. This is one. And the state contract number would be 44000114111. Would be the contract number through CoStar's. Machine would have 24-foot reach with the extended hoe option, which we do have in there. It does have a deluxe cab, so there's air conditioning, so you're not sweating to death in the summertime while you're digging. It has a 4-in-1 bucket. It has the extended hoe option, counterweights. It is turboed. Comes with a 24-inch bucket and a 42-inch ditching bucket with bolt-on edge. We also added the extendable dipstick, which I talked about. Backhoe boom bolt-on protection plates, so it has a thumb as well. With this, with the thumb on there, it was behoove us to have the protection plates on our small rotating hydraulics. With that being said, we would trade in the 2013 Cat E serial number CAT0308 Echo Charlie Golf Bravo Juliet 01962. And they were giving us $95,000 for that trade-in, which we purchased it for $97,000. So that is a pretty good trade-in value, considering when you buy a car, you use 25% of its value. And this is a heavy piece of equipment. And we will be trading in a 2008 JCB 3CX serial number Sierra Lima Papa 214 Tango Charlie 8 Uncle 0910722. We will be trading that in, since we do not need two of those machines, for $35,000. I looked at these values myself. I researched quite extensively to make sure we were getting a very fair value. Both machines are coming in right where they should be. Actually, the Cat excavator is above what anybody would ask for treatment. It's a brand new machine. Let's see. And that is right par with Caterpillar, and so what they offered. So I would. Are there any questions you don't want to have on this piece of equipment at this time?
No, I did some research online after you passed out the paperwork a while ago on that. Talked to a few people now. And if we're not going to use the boat anchor, get rid of it's not a bad idea. So
we would be able to do the same amount of work with this machine.
There's one pockets handy in the thumb for trees and whatnot.
We would be able to do the same amount of work with this machine. Actually, more work with this machine because it's rubber tired. You can run up and down the road. You can get to new places easily. You're not going to run up and down the road with that steel trap machine, especially in the summertime when you turn the roads out. That being said, we would only owe $3,277 for this piece of equipment. Go ahead.
It was it 32?
$3,277. The only reason we owed was because of the dealer prep and the installation of the non-factory items, freight and training. If it wasn't for those 4 items, we would owe nothing. Actually, they would owe us $5,705. But since we do need to have the plates installed and everything that's shipped, we incur some costs.
Is that a quick catch bucket or solid? I didn't see it. We don't need it.
This also comes with a John Deere uplink. They can troubleshoot the machine wirelessly from anywhere in the world, they said. It's a four-wheel drive machine, ultimate cab, low batteries, expensive dipstick, pilot controls, less. There it is, new series multi-brand quick coupler. So it comes with a quick coupler where it will, you can use any brand bucket on this machine. So JCB, Caterpillar, so it has the quick coupler.
So you could get a burner or something.
You can do anything with this machine. It will attach with anything you want on that.
What's turnaround time on delivery?
60 days. And we are allowed to have full use of our equipment until date of delivery. Date of delivery, they would then take our equipment back.
I do not.
So, I move to make a motion to purchase. The John Deere 410K backhoe, trading in the 2013 CAT 308E and the 2008 JCB 3CX, paying the set amount of $3,277 to Murphy Tractor Equipment under contract 4400011411. Do I have a second?
I will second that. Okay, it's been moved and seconded to trade in the excavator and the current backhoe on a new John Deere for a total cost of the township of $3,277. Roll call vote. Mr. Roses?
Abstain.
Mr. Duran?
Yes.
My vote is yes. Motion carries. Yep. Okay. Next item is, at a meeting or two back, we had sent out for bids regarding the road repair contracts, and I assume this means we got some back.
Do you want to give a red one? I gave these one.
I have paper.
How many do you have? So I know how big my chart.
We have 2 from Russell Standard, 2 from Suco, and 1 from Algonquin.
Probably one of the ones super, what's the other one?
One's by the first, 2.25. Super paid 1920.
And it would be either or. You could accept either the binder, the FP2 binder, or the super pay.
Okay.
Hardship. So you would, so what that is you would prime the dirt with the first, then you would tarnish it, you would let it seat, and then you would tarnish it after that. That way, that is what would be used on paper road. Because right now, parts of it are 2A. Spray that, then you tarnish it. Okay, first one is from Russell Standard, and this is your bituminous binder course, your FB2. And to do the 2,500 square yards, unit price is $10.75 unit, and total is $26,875. And or your 2,500 square yards of super pave HMA binder course 19mm mix. That would be coming out at $12. Unit price of $30,000 total. They did a full total bid of, they combined both of them, even though it's an either or. Total for them is $56,875. If you add that together. $56,875. This is from Russell Standard as well. This pertains to the bituminous seal coat seal application with E3 modified with a wash number 8 force aggregate. Unit price is $1.26 per unit. Total is $61,844.40. And 2,500 square yards of bituminous prime coat, which come out at 53 cents a unit price for $1,325. total price for that is $63,169.40. All right, this is from Suco. It is pertaining to partnership as well, so that's going to be your tuna seal coat with E3 modified wash number 8s at $1.114 per unit. It comes to $54,808.80. And the seal coat comes at .498 a unit at $1,245. Subtotal $56,053.80. Code as well. This will be for your FB2 binder course. Comes at unit price of $10.63, totaling $26,575 for FB2. And that was their total. They did not bid on the super pig. El Grande Industries Incorporated. El Grande Industries Incorporated. They're out of, looks like Menneson. Okay. They do not bid on the bituminous binder course. They only bid on the super pave, 19 millimeter. $13.75 a unit price. Total is $34,375. Just one. Okay, nothing with Township on that one. Anything else? We have 3. That's it. You guys want to review this? I'll make sure I don't mess this up. Are we allowed to go to executive session to discuss before we award or just on public hearings?
For this particular topic, no.
Okay.
You don't have to do it tonight. You can do it another night. You have to announce now when you do it another time.
We can look at these numbers for you, because we got to get this work done. Because they have to have, the contractors have to have this done before September 1st. You should have done it this year. It's no matter. Yeah, it's not. It has to be. Must be completed. Alright, has to be completed before 10/1/2014. After 10/1/2014, liquid damages apply at the rate of $870 per calendar day. So we can, or if you guys are really on the table, we can do that. We got to set a special meeting up quick on it.
Well, we can, we don't have to buy everything on the calendar day.
No, that's why I set the bids up
Separate.
The tar and chip with the binder course, or the tar and chip is a separate bid from the blacktop bids, and those are before. You can pick either the FB2 binder or the super pig. That's why I get hand for it. And this is a more or less on this one, so if we need to do more, only a certain amount. If we run over or under, it's up. You can do either way.
Rocket science, Succo's a lot cheaper, except they didn't bid on this.
Soup coat is cheaper on the binder course by $300. $300 less for soup coat. For super pave, super did not do. Oh, Grundy did, Mary or they're more than Russell Standard. So I can explain to you what you guys need to explain to you what the difference is between FB and so your FB binder, of course, is a more flexible base. It is proven pretty well. Some people call it cold mix. It is on Valley View and it's held up quite well for us. The two areas where this will be going is the very end of Maple Grove Road, where before the bridge, which is it's bad. It's narrow, and by doing this, it's at 13 feet right now. It would be 14 foot wide. It would take out all the dips and grooves that are in there right now, down to that single lane bridge that crosses into Township. And the other place is Church Lane. You do not use this on a very heavily traveled road, that's why it's a little cheaper. But it's a good product. It's held up well. A lot of people like it. Now the blacktop is it's the blacktop you see on the highways. That is it takes more abuse. It costs more because it costs more to process it. FB is made on site, or super pave is trucked in. Yeah, FB is made on site and super pave is made at like Dunningsville or Natural Asphalt plant shipped in. So,
And this is having to put down, right?
yeah, everything's done. And I was me and Stephanie from PennDOT, we worked on this. We were very stringent on both bids. Very, very specific, very strict. When we get to the partnership, I'll talk to you about partnership. I'll have to get this one off first. So, pretty much by looking at it, you have a $300 difference between Soup Coat and Russell Standard right now.
Either the first one or the second, right?
If you want to do binder report, if you want to do FB, you can do FB. If you want to go with the Super Pave 19mm, you can do that as well.
Super good, is that what we put on certain roads last year?
Yeah, that is micropave. And micropave is the small area you have right here. Okay. This is FB2. Now, when this road went in, the contractor was to have 6 inches of FB2 in there. And as you can see, the contractor did not put the full 6 inches. This is the problem we're having on 5th Street right now and 4th Street. But even though it was applied at only 2 inches depth, it was like 2 inches thick on FB, no one knew that it was skid mark. And it's held up well with heavy traffic on 4th and 5th Street. So it's a good product. Both of them are good products. But it is not the micropave that we're having problems with right now. The cracks horribly last year. So either one's a good product. It's just one's a little cheaper than the other.
All right, which one do you prefer? Which company is better to deal with?
They're both good companies. We have 2 good reputable companies. Russell Standard, who does a lot of partnership for us in the past. So is Soup Coat. So both of them are good companies. They're both reputable companies. Mark, you, for the last couple of years, for your dealings, is there a company that you prefer over another, or?
Well, this is all in place up where the road for usually does. This is right lock, stock, and barrel done is what we're looking at.
That is all done for that.
I like Russell Standard, but you know my feelings on this versus our full-time road crew. So
Okay. The thing
Let me ask you this question. As you mentioned this the other day, this comes with a warranty if they put it down, correct?
yes, it's for
How long do they stand behind it?
It's in the bid. You see the bid.
Sorry, It's okay. Got all night.
Fancy use the restroom, excuse me.
May I make a suggestion as well, that if you do make a decision tonight, you make it subject to clerk solicitor review of the contract.
Sure, yeah.
It does have. As compared to food, but there's not.
Can you state for the record, Mr. Berrien, exactly which options you're deciding between? It's a choice between different types of, it's not the same, you're not choosing between the two of the same bid type.
What we're doing is, we either have to go with FB2 or Super Pay, just of those two. And I talked to Stephanie from the state, and she helped me set these up. So we could go with FB2 on these roads, or we could go with Super Pay.
That's the decision you're talking about, right?
Yes, which one we should go with. And then we would look at the contractor. I'm fine with FB2. It's cheaper, it's held up well, we're not interstate. And I think FB2 would be easier to work with. It's been used in the past, Donald uses it. A lot of other municipalities have been using that for quite some time. So I'm fine with FB2. So now it's going to boil down to pricing contractor.
Well, if you're choosing the FB2, then it's the lowest bid.
Okay, just price?
So-
All right, well, Suco won it then. So they, Suco came in with a bid of $26,575, where Russell Standard came in at a bid of $26,872. So Suco won the low bid then. Okay. Now let's look out the E3 Prime. That's okay. All right. So you have two. You have Russell Standard came in at $61,844, whereas Suco came in at $54,808, and they came in cheaper as well for the Prime Coat. So we're going to lowest bid, and then that means Suco won lowest bid as well on that.
I'm sorry, point of order, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry. You still need to do it by motion.
That's nice. No discussion.
It's not a discussion. I'm sorry. It was point of order.
I haven't worried yet. We're still going to vote. I'm just saying that they're lowest bid.
Yeah, you haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Yes, I
Okay.
know. So, any discussion on any of that is important.
Now, this is the stuff that we don't even have the right roller to put down right now.
We do not have the rubber tire roller, so we would be in violation of PennDOT code. If we applied tar and chip and used our steel roller, we would be in violation, and we would be in violation of PennDOT code. We do not have the correct equipment. Our paver is in serious, it's in bad repair. It's in serious disrepair, and it's best to have somebody to do it every day, and they do good work. So it's best to have somebody come in and give it half the time. They have an actual chipper instead of us putting a spreader in the back of our trucks where you get large gobs of pile of stone in one area, plus the tar gets cold by the time you run back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a better option. We're using E3 Modified, which is better than E3. E3 Modified holds twice the amount of stone. So once they use the chipper, they chip the product down, and they rubber tire roll it on in half, even maybe I'd say 75% faster than what we can do on a roofer. So saving us time and money, and some wear and tear on the equipment and payroll. So it's a better all-around option. So. All right, so I move to make a motion to.
Do you want to talk about the prime or not? Or we already finished?
That was part of the same bid.
That's all part of it.
Yeah, that's all part of the same bid. And they were lowest on that as well.
Okay, before we vote again, before you're
Yeah.
done, I certainly want to see our roads fixed, but anyone that attended the last meeting knows that I have an issue with the current strength of our road crew and how it's been replaced. I certainly like this idea, but I don't like keeping this and the road crew at the same strength. So for that reason, I'm not going to participate in this vote. I want everybody to understand why I'm going to abstain. I certainly want to see our roads fixed, but I don't want to see things stay the same way. So I'm not going to participate in this vote for that reason.
Since we're, go ahead. I'm
I'll
sorry.
make a comment that our road crew has been here, one person's been here for almost 5 years and has never seen you once. So I don't know how you would know what to do with roads since you do not involve yourself with the roads whatsoever.
Did I make that statement?
You're saying that you should, well, you're commenting that you don't think our road crew should be a full staff. You're not here.
The same stuff.
You're not here to see what they do.
Do my thing. Tell me when I'm not going to participate.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. I will make a statement as up to last year, we had 3 full-time people on the road crew, and they played with the paver until September. We got almost nothing accomplished. So we now have 2 full-time people on the road crew, with brushing to be done, 100, however many storm drains that are clogged up and so on. We have stuff we're gentlemen to do. You, back early in the year, did not want to reduce the crew from 3 to 2. So, thank you for your input. But
Thank you for yours.
that's fine. It's a public meeting. If we can have the stuff put down, it comes with warranty, and they have the equipment to do it. For us to do tar and chip, we need to buy a roller, a rubber tire roller. So, and for us to pay, we either have to send a ton of money into the paver or buy it. At this point, it makes more sense to just get the roads fixed. Therefore, continue with your motion. I apologize, sir.
I move to make a motion to accept bids from the lowest bids from Suco for the FB2 binder, Suco for the E3 modified tar and chip, and the prime coat. Do I have a second? Pending solicitor's review on the contracts. E1 prime. Pending solicitor's review. May I second?
I will second that. Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the bids from Suco, the lowest bidder, pending legal counsel looking over the contract. Roll call vote. Mr. Rosas?
Abstain.
Mr. Duran?
Yes.
My vote is yes. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is Rob Street tree removal. Mr. Duran, will you have that?
On Rob Street, we have a dangerous situation where as when you come around a curve on Rob Street, you cannot see oncoming traffic. We had a resident, 2 residents live on the same street, almost had a collision, and I went up there to see the problem for myself. One way you can see clearly, but when you are coming the opposite direction, you cannot see around the 90-degree bend. 3 trees need to be removed from that property. I measured from the center line to where the trees are, and it is on our right of way. I talked to the property owner. He had no problem with us removing the trees. I reached out to Bulldog Tree Care in McDonald, and they gave me a written estimate for removal. It's a removal of 3 30 to 40-foot pine trees. Grind, remove 3 pine stumps, backfill stump hole to a level state with grinding to remove excess grindings from worksite, remove all associated brush, debris from worksite. The total for 3 trees to be removed is $800. If we need to get the if we need to get permission from the property owner in writing, I can do so as well. But it is right on our right of way.
Excuse me, would everybody please try to be quiet? Thank you. I can hardly hear Mr. Grant. Go ahead. What was she saying?
If you would like, I can get written permission for us to be on the property. But these bulldogs are the ones on it.
Well, they said they're insured and all that stuff.
They are insured, yes, and they have done tree removal before I paid for it. And they are,
Kind of cheap.
it is very cheap compared to what you.
I've never paid anybody to take a tree down. I always thought it was like $1,500.
It can be $15,000 to $2,000 per tree. And we're getting all three for $800 plus their grinding stumps, which recently had a quote to grind stumps on our farm, and it was $350 for a stump. So they're cutting 3 trees and grinding and backfilling for $800.
And hauling them away.
And hauling them away. Can't beat it.
That's pretty cheap.
So, and it keeps us from the liability.
What's the name of the company?
It's Bulldog Tree Care LLC, 325 3rd Street, McDonald, Pennsylvania, 15057. Mobile office number of 412-720-1434. Proposal dated 6/5/2014.
Local.
Local.
Did you say, Mr. Duran, this is the township property that it's located on, or this is private property?
It is right on our 16-foot right of way. So it is right on it. But I measured it twice. It's right on it.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to be seen. I'm sure some people agree that we do not going to close on like we answer that. I mean, that's, what is it, tree, I think we're right away, tree over 6 inches, you have to have permission, even though it's on our right of way, the property owner has to get permission, or something like that, that's not right.
He's given verbal to me, and I can have him sign a statement stating that he gives Bulldog Tree Service permission to cut these trees.
It's reasonable, yeah. That'd be good.
So I move to make a motion to approve for Bulldog Tree Care to,
Wait a minute, we're making Mark tenure. Okay, sorry.
so I move to make a motion for Bulldog Tree Care to remove 3 trees on Rock Street in the amount of $800, pending written authorization from property owner to be effective immediately.
Is there a second? I'll second it. It's moved and seconded to have Bulldog Tree Service remove the 3 trees. You got it, yeah, awesome. Off of
Bob Street.
Wall Street. Roll call vote. Mr. Broses?
Yes.
Mr. Duran?
Yes.
My vote is yes. Motion carries. Next item is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What part of money we're pulling for development roads? Do you want to discuss that? What part of money we're pulling for road repair?
We should probably do that.
Let's back up a little bit. We got to draw a step. So the step would be where to pay from for the bids. I would like to, all right, I believe we should use Act 13 impact fee money to pay for the project. That way it leaves us with our liquid fuels and our general fund good standing, and that is one of the allowable uses for Act 13 money.
Do we have a total on that?
We have $398,223.07.
No, that's all.
All.
Yeah, what's the products when it comes to all that?
They were calculated. Yeah. Would you like to be removed from the meeting if you continue? You're interrupting the meeting by your tapping and slapping on the wall. If you continue, I will have you removed immediately. Do you understand? Total comes to $82,628. $82,628. You'd like to check, double check on that, okay? What all?
Just over right now, what all streets is that repairing?
That is repairing your Donaldson Road, Meadow Street, Naples Road.
Slow down.
Okay, sorry. Donaldson Road, binder, repair, or
I just need your name, sorry, that's all.
Donaldson Road, Meadow Street, Maple Grove Road, Schaefer Road, King Road, Campbell Road, Babel Road, and if I could, and Churchill. Yes, it's the camera again. We had over an hour and a half meeting now, so.
Did good.
This thing was really crazy.
You need a bigger card.
Yeah, we're back on. Can you repeat them again, or are we good?
No, the last one was Church Road.
Church Lane, yes.
Watch mine run out here.
And that also frees us up later on. Let's say if we find that there are roads that need repaired later on, we can go ahead and use it. So,
Pictures are great.
Clip on the money that you're using to purchase the equipment. Is that from the general fund? If I can use it more.
I'll make a motion.
Did you actually make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to use Act 13 impact fee money to pay for the road repair for fiscal year 2014 in the amount of $82,628. Do I have a second?
All right, it's been moved and seconded to use the money from Act 13 impact fee to pay to repair the roads. total of $82,628. Roll call vote, Mr. Rhodes,
Abstain.
Mr. Duran,
Yes.
my vote is yes. Motion carries.
All right, so
We neglected to specify where the money was coming, which fund the money was coming out of to pay the
$3,277. All right, so I move to make a motion to pay the $3,277 from Liquid Fuels. Do I have a second? For the John Deere 410 feedback. Do I have a second?
I will second that. Roll call vote on the motion to use the $3,277 out of liquid fuel funds to pay for the cost to purchase the 410 John Deere backhoe. Mr. Rhodes,
Yes.
Mr. Duran,
Yes.
my vote is yes. Motion carries. Next item on our agenda is discussion on the township curb repair.
Mark, you ready? Right?
Yep.
There you go. Chris. All right, we have to repair some curbs in the township that are causing property damage, or I should say that is causing, that potentially is or is not causing damage, and that are in need of repair. For example, Hudson Street has been overflowing. No one seemed to take the time to actually research if there was a culvert up there. So I dug a 25-foot long trench, 3 foot deep, and discovered that there is a culvert up there, which everybody was telling the surrounding owners that it's that of God and they can just deal with it. Whereas instead of them just taking a little time to read the line maps, here there's a culvert, and we need to get a curb to it so the water don't run over specific properties. Right to the roads with road crew, Stevenson needs fixed as well. I have pictures where it needs to be repaired. Rob, Home, they also need repairs. So reached out to Suco on that, and they came in below bidding amounts of $7,800. So we do not need to advertise it for a bid. So we could actually vote on that tonight. It's under the bid limit, does not need to go out to bid, does not need 3 phone calls. Since it's not under the bid limit.
Is this feet or yards?
This will be your square yards total.
Oh, square yards.
This is your length, width, this is your square yards total. Right there. And he also broke it down to the paver, the curve, the track. He broke down everything right here. And this would be, of course, pending solicitor's review on the contract. It's still up to this line.
I don't see 4th and 5th Street on there. What's your issues with them as well?
4th and 5th Street, since P American Water is going in water line update, P American Water is going to be repairing 4th and 5th Street curbs. They will be going from the center line to the curb with 6-inch super pave and doing a 12-3 curb, and we'll be having a culvert installed as well. So 4th and 5th Street will be that we have no cost to the township unless they do it. They are held up in the code.
Mr. Grant's document we're looking at, is this something you created, or is this something that's from the contract?
This is what Mr. Smith sent me over from Suco for tonight, and it's not in any way, shape, or form an official document. And so there's a lot of bids opening tonight, and he was unable to put it in a legal format for us to sign tonight. So this was what his cost was for us, and that's why I said per review of the contract, we have to have a contract for us to look at before we would sign off on that. But I would like to have this approved pending review of the contract and agree with their terms. Is that?
I prefer you have something to present, but I mean, we can move forward with getting a contract, but it should be sent to everyone for review. And we would certainly, we will review it as well, but I just can't really tell exactly what we're looking at here. I mean, it's
on an Excel spreadsheet that he sent over to me, and nothing fancy, which it should have been on official documentation.
As long as the number on the, have them make an official thing, as long as the cost and total amount of tons of material they're using remains the same, then, I don't know what that is. So, did you make a motion? Or you want to? You have any discussion on that?
You're the photographer, huh?
We would make a motion to have Suco come and do our curb work pending review of the contract sent over to us by our solicitor. For a total amount of $7,800. Tons, it says 14 ton, 14.16867 tons.
Is there a second? All right, I will second that. Been properly moved and seconded to approve $7,000 installation by Suco pending the properly written contract reviewed by solicitor. Roll call vote. Mr. Brozes?
Yes.
Mr. Duran?
Yes.
My vote is yes. Motion carries.
Approved a lot of money.
We will check it out.
$700 you can take out after but it's all here. We just do look approvals.
What's the percentage? What's the percentage of it?
Let's just do, let's do that 13 and that. It's for capital for the Let's just let's see. What are you doing right now? It's not a worse one. But I would like, it's a use we can use our active.
Either one's all right. I'd say take it out of the fields personally. No, neither.
Whoever makes a motion.
I'm going to make a motion to pay $700 from Act 13 impact fee money. Have a second.
Is there a second? I'll second that. Been properly moved and seconded to pay $7,800 pending the written contract and verification from solicitor to have Suco fix the curbs on numerous streets. total of 14.16867 tons of material. Roll call vote, Mr. Rosas,
Yes.
Mr. Duran,
Yes.